This is the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards, the podcast that celebrates the most powerful women in heavy music today. And today we're joined by one of the fiercest forces in the UK metal scene, Justine Jones, vocalist for Employed to Serve. Their brand new single, it's badass, Treachery, is out now. And it is taken from their explosive new album, Fallen Star, which is also available and out now via Spine Farm. Critics are calling it their best album yet. Kerrang gave it a perfect 5 out of 5, and Metal Hammer says it's a major contender for Metal Album of the Year. They are also on the road this fall across Europe with shows supporting Killswitch Engage. I'm happy to have for the first time Justine Jones join me here on the Metal Queens podcast. Welcome, Justine.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me.
Good.
Quite,
It's
I
great.
like the intro.
You like the intro? Yeah. It's great
Mhm.
to have you here. Huge congratulations on the album Fallen Star. It is getting, as I mentioned, rave reviews. What's it been like seeing this album connect so strongly with fans and critics?
It's been really awesome. Like even though it's our fifth album now, like it never gets lost on me, like how exciting it is actually releasing a new record. And yeah, it's just really fun. It's just like I love the fact that we get to keep doing this and we get to keep touring and people are spending their time listening to our music. So the fact that they enjoy it on top of spending time listening to it is great.
I was reading that you said Treachery, this single, first single, was always meant to be the opener. It's such a powerful start. What makes that track the perfect introduction to Fallen Star?
It's got to be Sammy Slayer scream, I think. The Mariah scream for sure. But like, yeah, it's just a straight out the gate energetic track. I can't remember where in the recording, like, or sorry, writing progress that was written, but I think it was a fairly early on track. And yeah, we just sort of knew from the get-go, like you always want the first song on the album to make an impact, and I feel like that's straight out of the gate, a very impactful song.
The video for Treachery has that stripped back, raw performance kind of feel. What was your vision behind going minimal for the video for that one?
We just wanted to represent the fact that that track is very much stripped back compared to our other songs in terms of it's just raw metal, whereas all the previous tracks on our record, including the singles, like had more sort of like layers and sort of more synths and sort of things like that. Whereas this is a lot more just straight up metal. So we kind of just wanted to have like a sort of energetic live performance to represent that. And yeah, it was just quite fun to do it really. Sort of like harks back to sort of our previous music videos when we were early on in our career. We were just doing performances and yeah, I just enjoy it really.
Fallen Star features some incredible guest appearances too. Jesse Leach, Will Ramos, Serena Cherry. How did those collabs come together, and what did each artist bring to the record?
In terms of how they came about, they're not very exciting stories, sadly. We literally just wrote these tracks and we never try and shoehorn in a guest vocalist if it doesn't suit the track. So with those three, we were writing those songs and sort of like started doing vocal demoing and we all just sort of went, Jesse Leach would be perfect for this, like same with Will Ramos and Serena Cherry, and we were just super lucky that we got 3 out of 3. Like all of the vocalists were up for guesting on our tracks. And yeah, it was just they're really boring. Our manager got in touch with their manager, apart from Serena, who I texted because we're good friends.
Mm,
So she had to because we're good friends.
yeah,
Held
that's
up
right.
against. But yeah, that one particular. I mean, obviously they're all incredible. Like Jesse Leach is, it was a huge one for us because we've been fans of his band and him as a vocalist since we were kids. So that was like a really awesome full circle moment. Sorry if you can hear me sniffing, by the way. I've just gotten over a cold. So enjoy that ASMR. Um, and yeah, Will Ramos is like one of the most incredible metal vocalists of our time right now. Like he's so versatile in the fact that he can do his goblin vocals. He's a really good singer. That was like another big thing with Will Ramos. Like he, up to that point, I think he only ever done covers with him singing on it. So he was like one of the first. I think our track was the first where he sort of originally sang a track, which was really cool. And we actually didn't ask him to do it because we didn't realize he could sing so beautifully. We just asked him to do his sort of usual death metal goblin-y.
Mm.
vocals. And yeah, he just said, "Oh, I try some extra bits as well, and you can use them if you want." And yeah, we wanted. But yeah, the Sweet and Cherry one is also really good because it's been 10 years-ish since we toured together at that point. So it was a nice kind of like full circle moment where we're sort of like kind of almost like celebrating our friendship by having her on our track. So it's nice.
Justine, this album feels massive, both musically and emotionally. Was there a particular theme or mindset that you and Sammy wanted to explore this time around?
I think it's been sort of similar themes from all of our other records. Like it's about just sort of striving forwards and just enjoying life and enjoying your passions. I've got massive respect for bands who, are very politically charged or sort of like talking about like real life issues and things. But for us, like we've always wanted to be like a PMA kind of band without being too cheesy.
Mm.
I always like reference Hatebreed as like a sort of like influence on sort of lyrically because I've always loved their records, and whenever I'm having a bad day, like I always put on, Perseverance,
Mm.
specifically. And yeah, I like the idea of our album, like, making people stoked about life again and, getting them through a task they don't want to do, whether it be go to the gym or I don't know, even if it's just something a bit heavier and they're having a bad time. Yeah, I just want it to be an escape, really.
You and Sammy have been making music together since your teens. How has your creative partnership evolved over the years, especially with how intense and polished this album, Fallen Star, is?
I think it's just sort of as you'd expect. Like I feel like we've streamlined the writing process and like we've worked out what works really well for the band. We had a whole new lineup change during COVID because me and Sammy are tyrants. No, I kid. I kid. They were like stopped and had kids and had families and did all the nice stuff. So yeah, we had like a whole new lineup going out of COVID. So with Conquering our previous record, that was the first sort of like, full lineup, like new lineup album. And I was really proud of this record, but this second one, because we've been together as a band for about 5 years at this point now, which is mental to think because COVID was that long ago.
Yeah.
Um, it just feels like we kind of get each other, like we sort of like knew each other's strengths a lot more on this new record, and I just felt like we are more comfortable with the writing process, and I feel like it does show through. It feels like more fully realized than our previous ones.
You have played everything from Bloodstock to Glastonbury to Wacken. What's been the most unforgettable moment on stage? Think of one, maybe two so far.
Oh, I tell you what, it has to be probably Bloodstock main stage because we did pyro for the first time ever, and it
Mm,
was the most exciting thing
cool.
ever. I always loved the flames. I didn't realize how much it dries your eyeballs out though. That was I thought I was gonna lose some eyebrows. Yeah, because it was a bit windy. But like, yeah, it was like that was pretty amazing. You felt like the dog's bollocks when like
Yeah.
those flames went off. It was awesome. So yeah, that was probably like an amazing one. And also because I've been a fan of that festival for so many years. Um, and Wacken was really cool because they had, gonna sound really wanky, but they have like an artist village. And, I think we were pretty cooked, like we had been like touring quite a lot. So we just hung out. We watched a few bands, but we just hung out in the artist village area. And we were just sort of sitting by the bar and on the decking. We were just watching like people from Megadeth walk past, Trivium, like all these giant bands that we've always been like huge fans of, just sort of walk past us after we're having beers. And I was like, that is cool.
Yeah.
Like to be able to like hassle these people backstage is pretty fun.
Yeah. Taking it all in there too. Yeah. And you got to love good pyro. Absolutely, Justine.
Yeah. I always
Uh,
put people watching backstage.
yeah. You are on tour with Killswitch Engage. Such an epic pairing, too. You got more dates coming up. What can fans expect from these shows?
Honestly, these bands are so fun. Like I watch everyone's set every single night and it's been like really awesome to do that for free. Um yeah, like every band on the bill has like been incredible and has like the perfect set list. So yeah, like it's been a really fun tour. Because we did the first leg, was it earlier this month, I think? Where are we? October. Yeah,
Yeah.
earlier this month. And yeah, all the crowds have been wicked, and we've been playing places that we haven't played before. And yeah, it's a lot of energy. And yeah, and all the musicians on this tour is like incredible. Yeah, it's just been a very fun fangirl tour for me.
I'm always fascinated by band names and how you come up with it, the origins of band names. What's the story behind Employed to Serve?
Um, it's kind of what you'd probably expect. So some people think we're religious, we're not. So there's that. It could have been that, but it was more from the aspect that everyone's had one of those jobs or a few of those jobs where you literally just feel like your soul is being leached from your body, and you just can't do it anymore, but you have to make a living. So yeah, when we started this band, both myself and Sammy had these kind of jobs. Um, he was breaking concrete and gardening, so as a laborer. And yeah, and I was just working. What was I doing? I was working in retail, which is rough.
Mm,
Always be nice to the service industry people because they've had a bad day.
yes.
Chances are customers. Um, so yeah, it just really suited it really. Just having terrible minimum wage jobs
Mm.
where you get treated badly. So that's where it came from.
You have been a trailblazer for women in the extreme metal world. What advice would you give to young women looking to carve their own path in heavy music and metal?
Oh, that's a good one. To quote Nike, just do it. It's one of those things you can find so many excuses and reasons not to do something that you really want to do because it's easy to do what you've always known. But being in a band is like the most rewarding thing I've done with my life. When me and Sammy got married a few years ago now, like I most of my wedding party, sorry, our wedding party, I still do this, my wedding,
Your
our
wedding.
wedding.
It's your, yes.
It's my wedding. See the
It's always the
titles
bride's wedding. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you know this. Um, but I was just looking around at our wedding guests and I was like, most of these people I met through being in a band, apart from my family, obviously. So it's just sort of like, that just sort of like sums it up. Like I wouldn't have known these people had I not, slept on their floors or, helped them load in gear or like put them on a show. So yeah, it's just it's a wonderful use of time and it will hopefully make you happy. And then I think it's also important to try and like make friends with other girls in the industry as well. So you can kind of like bitch about how funny it is. And also, yeah, because it is like it's an interesting world because it is very much male dominated still. It's getting like way better. Like it's so much better from when I started like how many years ago? I don't like working this out. 10 years ago, it was like even worse. But now it's like, yeah, there's a bit more the percentage is going more in our favor
Yeah.
ish.
I would say so. Hosting a podcast like this, hence the name,
Yeah.
Metal
I
Queens.
mean, you haven't finished yet, so you're
Oh,
keeping
yeah.
rolling. Don't
I've
run
got a
out.
long list of bands still to get to, too, and artists. So
There we go. Like
keeps
that might
growing.
not have been the case.
I'm discovering one or two every day, on Instagram.
Mm.
So it's great.
Oh yeah.
All right. We're going to wrap up here, Justine, with our lightning round. Some quick questions, some fun questions for you. First one, favorite metal vocalist of all time. Who would that be for you?
Oh, dude, that's really hard. Uh, Jonathan Davies. I
All right.
fucking love Corn so much.
Yeah.
I'm literally wearing an Adidas Originals.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
used to be a Nike girl until I got into Corn.
One band that you would love to tour with, who would that be?
Uh, uh, let's go for a different one. Probably Corn, but let's go for Slipknot.
Slipknot, nice.
Yeah.
First album you ever bought on vinyl?
Oh. It was a screamo band called Me and Goliath, I think it was. It was a 7-inch. And I'd bought about 50 records before I'd even bought a vinyl player.
Mhm. The most underrated metal band right now. Who do you think that is?
Mm, Lowen. They're like they're incredible. They're on our label, so it's definitely like nepotism, but I love them.
Mm.
Yeah, like their last album that came out a year ago, almost to this date. Do Not Go to War with Demons Sandaran. I think I butchered that last bit, but more or less that title. And it's incredible. It's sort of like Middle East meets metal, kind of themes, and it's like one of the most exciting records I've ever listened to and worked on, and the whole band's incredible. And I think they're working on a new record now, so yeah, I'm hoping more people will know about them.
And last one here, favorite place for you and Sammy to unwind when you're not screaming and performing? What do you do to
Oh,
kick back?
I our local pub is like really fun. So we've recently started getting more into our local football team, like Woking Football Club, and like our like local is like where they all go and hang out and drink
Yeah.
and eat before going to the game, because the stadium's like 5 minute walk from our flat. So I quite like going to our local pub, and there's like always fires going on about like autumn sort of time. So it's just quite a cozy little,
Isn't it?
fairly
I
cheap
love
pub.
that.
So
I love a great, whether it's an Irish bar, just a local pub, especially in the fall too, like you're describing it. Yeah. There's nothing like it.
yeah, it's super cozy. It's just something very comforting, like and almost like
Yes.
nostalgic about it.
Yep.
And it's just like a really nice vibe pub. Like we went there with some friends like last night for dinner, and it's like a Wednesday night, but it was like, like busy and like kind of like vibey. It's just yeah, it's quite a nice place to be.
Yeah, it's cool. And then you meet the locals, but sometimes, and then, some nights you'll meet brand new people too, which is great.
That's it, and you can go like read a book or something because like we work from home, so like it just, I try and make sure I like go to the gym or go to the pub.
Get out.
Hashtag balance.
Right. Get
Yeah,
out when you're not on
just
the road.
leave
Oh,
my fortress.
yes. She's Justine Jones. So, what is next for Employed to Serve as we look to next year and the big 2026?
Oh, so we're working on new music already. Uh, yeah, we're like, because yeah, we sort of like finished recording Fallen Star like about a year and a half, 2 years ago now. So we're like sort of already thinking about new singles and things like that. So that's been something we've been working on. Learning to play live the new songs that are on the album we haven't played yet. And yeah, we've got a UK headline tour in March with Cage Fight in the UK. Yeah, sorry, I said that UK. We're doing smaller cities as well, which is really always really fun. They sort of call it the B Market tour. Um, and it's like, yeah, we get to play sort of like, yeah, just like places just out of town, like more people get to check us out. And yeah, we're trying to get over to the States as well next year. It's just like working out the right tour package because I'm
Yeah.
sure most people who aren't American have said like visa processes are super
Oh, yeah.
expensive.
Yeah. I hear that a
Um,
lot on
so
here.
it's like,
Yes.
yeah, so it's like the balance of like trying to work out a good one. So yeah, hopefully that will come through. Like we really want to get over there. It's been long overdue. And then we've got some EU festivals coming up. Yeah, nice and
Nice.
busy, just how I
Yeah.
like it.
You mentioned Cage Fight. I just had Cage Fight on this podcast recently. So we
Oh,
recorded an
nice.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Justine Jones, Employed to Serve, is the band. New album, Fallen Star, out now on Spine Farm, featuring the crushing new single, Treachery. And don't miss them on tour if you're in Europe this fall with those supporting dates with Killswitch Engage. And of course, follow them on social, employedtoserve.com for more tour dates and those dates that Justine was just talking about next year as well. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for watching the Metal Queens podcast. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. I'll catch you next time. I'm Steve Richards.